Hey guys, how are you? Bricks Nostalgia here. Today we're gonna review this very iconic vintage Lego set from the early 90s. The set is set number 5580 Highway Rig. Now I'm gonna tell you right now that the build I'm presenting is not 100% accurate, but is a customized version. The reason why it's customized is that I just wanted to put together this set just to go through the building experience, so I wasn't really interested on spending any money into it, so I had the most of the pieces available from the original inventory, but even if I had the most, I didn't have all of them, so I had to replace a few parts. Nonetheless, I think the result is fantastic. It is a fantastic build in my opinion, so I thought about putting it on camera in any case. So before anything else, I'm just gonna point out what the three main differences are from the original set, and then we'll go through a brief overview of the set itself. So the three main big differences are that these wheels that you see here are supposed to be in old grey instead of white, but I didn't have any old grey wheel, so, and plenty of the white ones, so I decided just to use these ones, and I'm glad to say that they blend very well with the rest of the build still. Then you got these trans blue pieces that are supposed to be trans clear. And then the other main difference is that this trunk is supposed to be built using actually 4 of these panel pieces here with some prints on them, but I didn't have these pieces with the prints on them, so I decided to go for a brick build solution. There's going to be some other differences, small differences here and there, but nothing that I think it's worth mentioning. Okay, first of all, the build. I have to say that I had great fun putting this set together, as the building experience is very enjoyable and entertaining. Also, what I noticed putting this set together is that I was very impressed about how much detail and what a very nice design could be achieved just using mainly very common and fairly basic bricks. This level of detail and texture was achieved by using very simple bricks for the most part, and I was very impressed and surprised about it when I put this set together. So if you guys want to try to put this set together or something similar with the pieces you have available, go for it, because you will be very surprised about how nice the build can turn out to be. With regards to the scale or its size, this is a minifig that I'm gonna put next to it to give you a sense of proportions, and I have to say that actually, even if this is way off for, let's say, a minifig's Lego world, I actually have to say that I think the scale is pretty accurate in a real world scenario. As I think that actually, if this was to be a human, I think the real truck will be more or less of this size. And yes, it's now let's go through a brief overview of the set. So first of all, let's start with the front. Front is very nice with plenty of details. There is big use here of these leather pieces to create the front grille. So very common piece. A very common piece here has been used to build a very accurate front of the truck. There's plenty of hinges here as well that will be the ones that will allow the trunk to be lifted. A few antennas and light bricks just to allow for some extra texture. And if we move the brick build trunk here, what can be revealed is the dummy engine inside it. Now this engine is very different from its original one. I really did not, even if I liked a lot the whole build, I really did not like the original engine, so I decided to build different one using some yellow and red because I wanted to try to give it a bit more exciting feel to it. If we move to the center section here, we have the cabin section where eventually the driver is supposed to be. Now the interesting thing about this section is that it's pretty much mainly built on its own, and then it's attached on top of the lower section, and it uses one of those big windshield screens that were very popular in the model theme. Here the doors are used are train doors, basically. They were used for a different purpose, and what you see over here is blue and red electrical tape that I used to replace the original stickers. I can't remember actually if the original set will come with stickers or prints, but however, electrical tape did the job for me. In this upper section that has a lot of details made once again with very simple and common bricks, we have these couple of panels that once lifted don't give you any access to these to the inner side of this section because there's not enough space, but they allow you to look inside. And what actually this reveals is, as you can see, there are the gears that connect this wheel on the back here to actually the front wheels and allow you to steer the wheels. If we move here to the back section, yeah, let's say before we move to the back section, I would like to point out that even if I think the build is very nice and I really like a lot its design, the inner side of the cabin section is all off in terms of proportions and is not well made. As you can see here, you got a couple of seats with the steering wheel that is way too big and way too forward, that wouldn't allow a minifig to sit on the seat. And here the back section as well, that is supposed to make room for a bed, as all these set of gears on the way that really don't allow, let's say, they don't make the build as accurate and as efficient as it could be. But that's not really, that's a downside that I'm more than happy to ignore, as or like the most I care about is the outer side of the build. With regards to the back section, it's a very skinny section, very basic. With I liked a lot the fact that all these wheels have doubled up in order to make the build fairly accurate compared to the real thing. With regards to the lower section, yeah, the only thing I'm gonna point out is that the wheels are supposed to be in old grey, as I said, which means that this lower section, as you see in the original build, is supposed to be all in old grey, so you're supposed to have a very nice a smooth line of old grey on the bottom, and then a white upper section with blue and red stripes. Yeah, this wasn't the case because unfortunately I didn't have the pieces of the right color to make this happen, but I think that the build still came out very well, even if it's not 100% accurate. Okay, so pretty much this is it, guys. I just wanted to put this on camera. I'm gonna be taking this build apart soon to start using the pieces for other projects, but I really enjoyed this experience, so I really wanted to put it on camera very quickly to share the build with you. So don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe, guys, because there's going to be a lot more videos coming over the next few weeks. Okay, so thank you very much. Bye bye.